Computer. All right, y'all. We actually are. This is our first ever Cafecito Trading Night with Sam on YouTube, guys. I'm super excited about today because, as you guys see, we're starting a new season when it comes down to the trading wise or just life overall. You know, but first things first, guys, as you know, we like to start things off with gratitude. So if you guys could drop a bit of gratitude in the chat, what is one thing that you guys are grateful for on this amazing Monday? As you guys know, it's Monday, it's the first Cafecito trading night of the week. Cheers. That's what we call it, Cafecito trading night, guys, because we drink coffee and we trade. Okay. Like, can you guys drop the one thing that you guys are grateful for? Okay, let me start off with, let me see. It says, super grateful to the ability to be here in this community, planting new seeds every day. Let's go, let's go. That is amazing. God, let's go. I'm so grateful for, all the way, like, I'm super grateful for everything that just going, like, it keeps going on in all of our lives. Like, I'm grateful for every single moment just I get to breathe or I get to see because every single moment is an experience that my mind goes through. Those are like kind of clicks for you, you know? Like, let me just finish posting this because, you know, it's for the gram. Let me just, it's always, social media. We always posting it on social media. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, guys, so let's get started. Let me actually start sharing off my screen. All right. Mind it, I haven't even taken a look at the charts today at all. Like I have not like opened them up. I have not even taken a look at it. So we're gonna start off from scratch, literally everything. We're gonna review what happened last week, what happened in the charts last week, and then from there we're just gonna go on to just everything else. Does that make sense? What's a good pair for gold? Like USA? I mean, like those like you like I mean I'm actually gonna look through them right now like our as you guys know we have our own list that we look through every single week, a list that was actually made up from a lot of people's requests. I actually asked what pairs you guys wanted to take a look at. I took those pairs in and the most mentioned ones were the ones that I actually put in the list. So we're gonna kind of take a dive into what happened last week. As you guys know, last week, this was actually, our setup from Thursday, from like Thursday night, our last session of the week. As you guys saw, I told you guys that, be careful because there was a possibility of the market either going for this liquidity or this liquidity. As you guys saw, the market came down and picked this liquidity up, but he actually rejected. What does that mean? It came in, it picked up the money, and then he just left with it, going to our next liquidity, which was this point right here. And it's amazing because that point has become a point of support and a resistance point. So that was super amazing to see with gold. If you guys got on that gold buy, you guys were what, almost 400 pips in profits. That was amazing for whoever got in that trade. Me personally, I have not really gotten, live traded in a bit just because I want to focus more on the skill set of it. A lot of people, we go through this journey of just wanting to make the money. But when you wanting to make money, you start scaring money away from you. Does that make sense? Because you're chasing it. If you keep chasing those things will just run away from you. That's what there's something called, flow. You have to go with the flow. You cannot over push it. That's a lot of times in the markets, they say, let the market come to you, not chase the market. Because if you chase that bag will turn around on you. Does that make sense? Like this bag, like, like literally we were around, let me see, around right here. You guys saw, like, if you guys would have gotten in right here, like you guys would have just let the market play with you. Like literally pulled down, it broke through it, pulled back, and then that was just a continuation. All right. Look at these beautiful silver, guys. Like you guys cannot tell me because last time we were around this area right here. We literally sold from that zone all the way through the daily. That was a good amount of about 100 pips for silver. that was a good. I have official found it. I will be trading live this week. Feels very surreal being that they took me a minute, but I agree. Look, I'm gonna be honest, is like, and this is why I tell everybody. I was the type of person to rush so much into training live because I will see everybody making the bag. But something I had to come to an understanding is that even though when I make the bag at the same time, you know, you have to understand, are you like, I know you've been plugging in, sis. I've seen you in every session. I've seen you plug in. I know you're gonna do amazing. I know you're gonna kill in your live account. And it's amazing to see, individuals go like, Stephanie, she literally went from somebody who, who was in a demo account to now being in a live account, very soon. And now she's actually going to be trading live, making money because now she gets a skill set. And that's what I want. That's what we want to get into, guys. We want to get into the position of that we want to learn the skill set, guys. Mind it, I have not stopped plugging in ever since I started. Yes, there's times when it's time to pay the membership because I don't have an auto pay. So I pay every now and then, when I have to when I pay my membership, that's when I plug in. Like there could be like a week that I really need, more funds over here. But at the same time, am I still studying those notes? Am I still getting to know myself? That's something I want you guys to understand. This was a trade. This was silver. All right. Our next pair was GJ. I love the way the GJ played, guys. I loved it. Just because simple fact the GJ came and she literally left our zone from right here, and she literally broke through it, and from the money just fell through the downside. That was a beautiful, amazing move. Whoever caught the move all the way from out there to down here, that was a total of a good 222 pips for GJ. Not bad. EJ did the exact same thing. EJ just went all the way straight to our magnet zone, which is our daily zone. Bitcoin was a beautiful move. Why, guys? Because as you guys can see, yes, we were expecting this area to be the daily, but at the same time, as you guys notice, Bitcoin, that area became the support. It broke resistance, but then it became support. You guys see how it's playing off? It was shot up all the way up, and it shot up from our zone, shot up from that place that we wanted it to shoot up from. So I'm not even mad about that. Now look at this one. This one is the one that I want you guys to take a look at. This was a move right here. Look at how many pips Ethereum moved from our support at 57.1. Like that was a total of how many pips? Sheesh, 4,400, almost 4,467 pips. Sheesh, whoever caught that move, oh my Lord. Congratulations, guys. Like this is the importance of plugging in and truly understanding that, you know. So for pips, you see this little ruler right here? It's called measure. And in that measure, you grab it, you literally grab from pip to pip and you calculate about how much. Like let's say I just wanna I literally wanna calculate from the area. I literally put it right there from 2357 point. Let me see, right there. And then I just go up, and then that was about 4,412 pips because you don't count the last one because that's just an extra number. you know I mean, it's already in your toolbox, it's already right here, so it's pretty easy. But I'm super excited, guys. Like whoever caught this move, they made some bag. Like I'm not gonna cap, guys, I'm jealous to her with the move, but at the same time, it happens. Like we didn't miss anything. We love the way our setup played, but now we have an understanding of it. Like that's one thing I want you guys to get through your head, that a lot of times we go through this journey. Oh, that person called GJ or that person called it. Okay, cancel the noise out. Focus on what is it that you're looking for. Focus on the pair that you love. If you love EJ, then go for EJ. If you love EU, go for EU. Don't allow other people's pairs or the amount of money that they're making distract you from your own journey. We're all in different journeys. Trust me, I've been in that spot that I see everybody making money or everybody hitting the Masters Club, and I'm just like, wait, where am I at? And I just start over leveraging. But once you understand that you're on your own journey, Nobody else is gonna pay your bills by yourself. So make sure that you're taking the trades and you're doing the pairs that fit you the best, you know? If you're a slower, if you're more of a overstarter, I want you to focus. I don't want you to focus on gold. I want you to focus on silver because silver and gold move similar. And you guys will actually fall in love with silver to the point that you understand the silver, the movement that silver is doing. So once you understand the movement that silver is doing, you can move on to gold, which is a more advanced pair. Does that make sense? If you guys are trading the J's, I want you to focus on EJ first and then go all the way to GJ. If you guys are trading that if you guys are trading crypto, I want you guys to focus on Ethereum, then move on to Bitcoin. You guys see the difference? Why is it that I have two pairs? I have a slower pair compared to a bigger pair. I have Forex, I have metals, I have Forex, and I have crypto. I have three different versions of trading because I want you guys to see that trading is not just about, Forex. It's about, there's you can trade crypto, you can trade, different things. Bro. No, honestly is UJ, EJ, and then GJ. But then we have like Swiss friends, like the Swiss friends, like Chef J. I don't even know if that's a pair. Like, I've never heard anybody trade it. Like Canadian dollar, don't ever talk to me about Canadian dollar or the chefs. Like, those are my least favorite pairs. And you guys will start to fall in love and have a love-hate relationship with some pairs as you keep going. But understand, what stage are you in? Are you in a starter stage? Are you in a learning stage? Because even though you're already making income from trading, there's those times that you're gonna have to like to really sit down and go back to demo, go back to the basics. I have to do that myself sometimes because I have to understand that every time I'm growing, you know? Nah, Brandon, that's your pairs, bro. You stay with the exotics. You stay with that over there. Like, I used to trade the Mexican peso though. Like that was fire. The Mexican peso. That I used to trade the ZAR, but the spread was too big. I'm gonna show you guys what do I mean by spread. Um, Once I'm done erasing all of this. So when I mean spread, guys, I mean like, for example, do you guys see this like this right here? A lot of times in your broker, it will show up and like, let's say I place like a buy, like yeah, it will automatically go into like into like blue or red. And like I'm gonna show you guys the SAR, which is why I don't like USD SAR, which is why I don't really like the exotics, because if I click on the SAR, you guys see that? You guys see where the candles and look where the bodies at, where like the little thing right here is. So that's a spread right there, guys. So that's how much more, like that's how many pips it had to happen before you are actually in profits. There's some pairs that you will actually have to be like 10 pips in profit, and like your trade is gonna be like, let's say 10 pips in profits before you're actually in profits. That's why a lot of people don't really go for the exotics because of the spread. Also, there like if you're a person who can really hold like exotics are more for people that can really hold a pair, you know? Because like I'm gonna give you guys one example, and I'm super grateful that I'm actually teaching you guys this. So let's say I'm actually selling. Okay, let's say I want to sell all the way to down here. Okay, like let's say I started off right here, like no, like right here. So in reality, even though like you guys see like that little drop that the market had already done, even though there's that drop right there, I'm still not in profits in reality. I'm still not in profits because even though this drop, like even that's just the body, this is the actual money sign. So where that is at, that's where your money really counts, you know? So a lot of times we may be like, oh, wait, I'm in profits, but why is my pair still not? Why is like, why is this in profits? But when I go check my NT4, my NT5, my trader locker, I'm still not in profits. That's because the spread is too wide. That's because the spread of that pair is not enough. It's not like the best. That's why I stopped liking the exotics and stayed with currencies like gold, because gold, it automatically goes to it, you know? So like I hope that kind of makes sense, you know? Does that make sense? So CAD is not fully the same way. I have a hate-love relationship with CAD because if you look at USD CAD, and all pairs are different because it can be like USD CAD, you know, and then like it can be literally the exact same pairs with the like, for example, look at CAD. Like look at how CAD is already here, but look at where it's at, you know? So that's a kind of like a spread. You can actually see it like by comparing it, like I think there's a way you can, there's some that will actually show you like the spread of it. There's some brokers, but it's up to your broker. Your broker will show you things of that matter. But CAD, I didn't never really like that. I don't like Chef. I don't like CAD. Um, the Swiss, I don't know, the Swiss front, like the Chef. I never really I guess my only pair AUD is pretty good. Um, I only like metals. Like I'm gonna be honest, I fell in love with gold ever since I kind of got started. I got started with let me this is funny. I got started with EU. Then from EU, I moved on to the exotics. And then when I was like, wait a minute, I don't really like SAR because of the spread. I started getting to the J's, and then from the J's, I kind of found, you know, gold, and then I found silver, and it was just a party. But now we're stable with the pairs that we're in. And you guys, that's a journey a lot of you guys are gonna go through. No, AUD, yeah, AUD, it doesn't have like AUD USD. The thing about it is that it doesn't like that, it doesn't have that much volume as well. You see, like even though it like in a lot of times it's not even the spread, it's the volume. How much money is in that market? Because gold has so much more money than AUD USD does. Does that make sense? Like a lot of times it's not even about the spread so much, it's about the money that comes in. Because SAR, the spread is huge, but the money, the returns that it gives you are really nice. The pips that it pips out is amazing. But it's just the spread that I never like. Like I know what's his name? Tyrone Foster, he likes you know, his Mexican peso. But as you guys start trading more, you guys will truly understand a lot more of these things. And as our journey keeps going here, guys, in this in you know in these sessions, we will start to review a lot more. So let's get started with gold, guys. And today I actually want to do a little bit different. So I don't want you really to depend so much on the tools that we have, because let's say one day you don't have the tools. I use the tools as an extra confirmation. So let's work on gold, but let's do it without using orals. Can we do that today, guys? Can you guys drop out one in the chat if you guys are good with me just not using orals and honestly focusing only with the, you know, with daily levels bet. So you guys know, like we want to be self-dependent. We want to understand that eventually anything can happen, you guys. And you guys got to understand that you want to become your own machine. You know, there's gonna be times that there's gonna be updates in IM, and you want to become your own machine at the end of the day. You want to understand the markets, you know. So that's why, like, I love, you know, all the tools that we have. They all work, but you have to understand what works for you. You know, before orals, guys, I was doing daily levels without orals. I just started using orals because it's an extra confirmation. All right. So first things first, as we all know, we start with the daily zones. So this is our first daily. So we're honestly on our daily, guys. So with gold, we're in a daily. And the next area that I want to focus on is this one. You know, many of you guys can see this as a support and resistance levels. And I mean, I'm with 100%, guys. Why? Because this is resistance, because the market resisted 2 times. You know, 1, 2, 3 is resistant, is rejecting it. But we have our support area right here. Why is this our support area? Because the market has touched this a lot of times. You guys see the amount of times that it has touched it. So in reality, I wouldn't be looking for no buys. Yeah, I wouldn't even be looking for sales totally yet. Because as we can see, we're kind of in the momentum to all-time highs again with gold. Just because the simple fact that this right here close above this, and this closed above this, and this did not close below this right here. So for that, for me, it's understanding that, wow, we're actually momentum to the upside. So I'm not truly looking for big movements yet, just because the simple fact that, we have those areas right there. I will focus more on a pullback though. Like now that we're in the 4 hour zone, I want to look for those areas. In the 4 hour zones, we do two things. And what are two things that we do in the 4 hour zone, guys? Those who plug in, you guys truly understand this. What are the two things that we do in the 4 hour zone? When we move from the daily to the 4 hour, what are the two things that we do? So the three things that we do, guys, if you guys don't remember, number one, we fix our daily zones. If we don't like our daily zones, like how we had them, we fix them. The second thing, we look for areas that we can probably see support and resistance. Even though we have our daily zones, at the same time, we want to put those our phones zones because those are closer. That's you will see more money as of right now. So we have our dailies. Okay, now we're in the 4 hours. Okay, in reality, I like this way better. You guys see why? So now the next step is obviously like look for those hour zones. So one of the areas that I like is obviously where the market's at right now. And the next one will be this one right here. Because the market has been there a lot of times. If I actually push it back and actually move it to like now it's from the 4 hour, I can actually see the two zones. Now when I go to the 1 hour, you guys see how beautiful is rejecting the daily zone? And in the daily zone, like honestly, guys, the market's about like this right here comes and closes below here. I could see some sales going into gold. So I will really be patient and I will wait. I like that zone right there, the 4 hour zone as my support area. Honestly, like that, and I like this as my resistance. So you guys see why I go to the 4 hour, even though I have the daily up there, the 4 hour can, and I can actually fix the daily right here. Like it makes so much more sense because that is the area that has been touched a lot of times. So I honestly like this right here. So 2330, honestly, I feel like 2330, which is a whole level, guys. You know, let's put that's our resistance. That's our resistance. Why did I do it like that? Actually, don't even want to have it right there. I want to have it like this. Freedom. And our support area will be, see, it's around like 2220, like 2220.95 is our support. Let me just clone this out. Shoot, right there. So since we have our support and our resistance, now what we want to look for is like smart money concepts, guys, trend lines. Like as you guys know, we go from the J7 to trend chart and to smart money concepts. You guys understand that I'm a smart money trader as well. A lot of people just think that I'm a J7 trader or a trend trapper, but at the same time, I'm a smart money trader because you want to think smart when you're in the markets. The reason why I want to head for this is because there's money right here. You guys see that money? You guys see that liquidity right there? So the market could do two things. Like, so this line, the market can really do this. So we have that money right there, but at the same time, we have money right here. And at the same time, not only that one, we have money right here. So those are the three areas that we can really see the market go for. And then from there, we can really see the market either go up from here, which is our next area. Actually fix that up real quick. Or go up from here. So even though you know, so even though we are seeing sales, we could see those buys very, very soon. So those are the three areas that are possibly, have a lot of liquidity, a lot of money within it, because what we could see is this area, if the market, so here goes an idea, guys. And I don't want you to get to be like, oh, I'm gonna take it automatically. No. If the market decides to sell, all of a sudden come back, it can literally come to this area, reject, and just sell to the downside. But as of right now, I do want you guys to wait. I don't want you guys to let that emotion get to you and be like, oh, I see this candle already, so I'm already gonna take sales. Oh, just because Sam is seeing liquidity doesn't mean anything. Because at the end of the day, not only that, but we have this liquidity up here. And the market is pumping up, So you do want to wait for those areas, So those are the three areas that I could see the market going to. If it works perfectly fine, the market will just literally sell right here and then pull up to the upside. So that could be one. But now let's go to the 4 hour. So the market can come to this and it will still be in an uptrend because that would just be a higher low. You see higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher high. You see what I'm saying? So once you understand market structure, you can really start understanding everything else within the market. So we could see like some selling tonight. Like we could see like this right here, go like all the way, maybe like right here, bounce to the upside, and then give us another sell to the right here. And honestly, guys, without a doubt, even though there's that liquidity right there, we could see maybe even the market giving us a wick like that right here, taking off all this money. So we do have all that money right there, you know? So those are the areas that I could see the market leaving from. Let me just draw it up real quick. I actually want to do a line better just because it will give us more of a, more organized type of way. We could see some like buys to the upside from right here, which is 2410, guys. 2410 is a whole level. And the next one that I do want to see the market selling, like buying from it will be like 2400. Like 24, let me see, 24. Yeah, 2400 will be a good area. Or let me see. Oh, yeah, or 2401. Yeah, 2400, 2401, guys. So we could see those areas, the market just buying to the upside. But at the same time, let's focus on this support and resistance area, guys. Those are the two areas that I want you guys to focus, support and resistance. Let's see which one gives us the more rejection. Once we understand what a rejection, we could see possibly like, a sell during London and then a buy during New York, because what we have to understand also is the 3 a.m. right there. That's London open right there, 3 a.m. So when we see London open, we could see a lot of momentum. So those are the areas that I could see, like, support right here, support right here. If we see a break of that support right there. So once you guys understand like support and resistance levels, it will make it more easier for you to understand key levels. And key levels, I actually draw them in the 4 hour for a reason. Not only that, like I don't want you guys to get like super confused tonight. But those like once you start trading, you can really start understanding a lot of like right here. Like we understand that there's a lot of money right here because there's those buyers that came in today. So there's a lot of like stop losses right there. Literally, a lot of people have broke even right here, even. So for that, the market likes a lot of people bought from here. This was like all the market did during New York was buy, 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 buy. So a lot of times during London, we could see sell, 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 sell. So it can be a turnaround during New York and really buy to the upside once again. So the areas, as I was telling you guys, like look for different entries. Like I like that money. I know that there's money right here. So I'm gonna just mark this up as money. So I like that right there. That could be one. And then I like this right here. Because there's money right here and there's money right there. So that's why I like this right here. So there's just a lot of money right there, honestly. I'm gonna just put liquidity on all of them. Like we could see liquidity sweeps in all those areas right there. So those are the different areas that I see the market going to, guys. So our sessions with Cafesito Trading Nights is more to like have setups for ready for London and to have ready like some setups ready for New York. Does that make sense? I don't want you guys to be like, oh, Sammy's gonna give us, a lot of setups to make money during the night. I want you guys to, if you're in a trade, to really have an understanding of where that your trade is going to. If you really want to make a lot of money, guys, I recommend you plugging into Carlos sessions because Carlos at 9 a.m. he's gonna make it the bag. Once you guys understand what I'm doing right here, because remember, right now is what? Tuesday in Asia. That's why we start with Asian session during the markets because it's already Tuesday in Asia. So I want to give you guys the understanding of the morning in Asia. So during the afternoon time, which is Carlos sessions at 9 a.m., you guys can really add up this information and really see where Carlos is seeing the trades at. Because a lot of people don't know this, but Carlos and I almost trade. We don't trade 1,000% similar, but we trade in a close by way. Does that make sense? Like once you guys understand that Carlos, I do more of the study sessions and Carlos does more of the action sessions, you guys can really mix those two up and become profitable traders. Carlos is a sniper. I'm gonna just put it that way. We have a lot of people in here who plug into Carlos. We look at Stephanie. She plugs in the evenings to understand the markets, to study because there's not a lot of volume. What will I give you guys setups when there's not volume? And you guys can really go ahead and put this information in Carlos sessions so he can make you the money. Does that make sense? So we have that right there. We have that resistance right there. We have that resistance right there. And we have that resistance right there. So we'll see which one plays better with the markets. I mean, support. My bad, guys. Support. All right. The next one. Let's go to silver. So silver is the baby brother of gold. Let's just put it right there. Silver is more of a baby brother. All right, let's look at the last extension. So what happened in our last extension? The market came, okay? He created that higher high. I mean, this high broke above this one right here. Now it came down, created that support area for us. So now guess what? Now we understand that we're actually, this right here could be the next start of to the next, continuation to the upside for silver. Does that make sense? So the first area, obviously, we want to draw this as our, you can kind of call it, resistance, support area / daily zone. The next daily zone that I want to focus on is this one right here, right? And since now we have those daily zones, the next step that we want to head to, since now we fixed and we want to fix and we just want to work with them. And we want to fix it. We want to make it all like, I wouldn't call myself a perfectionist, but I just like, to have my stuff really organized, Oh yeah, one last step, guys, that we focus and we literally added it last week in that 1 hour. Let's actually use our tools. Yes, we were talking about the Fibonacci. You guys see something that I'm seeing right now? The market came, sold to 50% level, Fibonacci. So it really shows the power of the Fibonacci. When you see extension, there will be more likely of a retracement to the 50% zone, which is a strong zone Fibonacci percent. I'm actually gonna next week or maybe later on this week, I'll probably do a whole training on Fibonacci for you guys. So this is the next one right here. Let's see this Fibonacci extension right here. Okay. So this was the whole extension because this is where the market rejected from. In the smaller time frame, there's candles right there. So we could see maybe a big retracement, picking up this money right there, and then just pushing to the upside, which will still make it, which will still make a lot of momentum. The next one will be this one right here. So it's just smaller, like you guys see that, like that's 50% Fibonacci right there. Breaking this liquidity and close to the liquidity right there. So be really careful, guys, because we could see a lot of selling during London. Stephanie, you're lucky that you're in California, girl. You get to catch both sessions, New York and London. So if you feel like, let me see what she's at. If you feel if you look at your charts before going to sleep tonight and you see like the market's rejecting right there, if you feel like it's time, pull the trigger, sis. Put your stop loss, and your stop loss is gonna save you. Going back to silver, the area that I do see with silver is this one right here. So we want to look at that candle where we are right now. And from there, we want to just draw our zones or our areas. So the first one for me will be this one right here, which is 37.51. The next one that I like to see will be this one right here, which is where the market's at, because we see that rejection right there. We see that rejection right there. We see that right there. So we see a lot of, different things playing off from our daily zone. Does that make sense? So when we understand that 4 hours, so now we were like, wait, so we have that right there. We have that right there. Bet, you know? But as you guys see, we're seeing a W momentum right now. The next one will be this one. So now in the 1 hour, I want to fix those areas. So that, like, if you move into a smaller time frame, it's just to fix what you did in the bigger time frame and make it more accurate for you. Like this right there, I mean, I like this better, but at the same time, I like that better. I'm gonna just leave it right there because we could see a big pullback and then just a continuation to the upside. So I do like this right here. So I see those right there. So this right here is our support area right there. So I'm gonna just copy and paste information. So this is our resistance. Why is the capital? I don't like. I like that better. And this right here, just take this out. This right here could be our support. There. So we could see the following scenario with silver, because as you guys know, when it's London open, 1, 2, right here, London open. London open. So in a bigger scale, I do see a lot of liquidity right here. This is all liquidity, guys. This is all money right here. In reality, like this is all money because we see that liquidity that the market did. So in reality, the market has that money that it can go back for. So what I essentially do see, like another thing that I see is this gap right here. The market has to come and fill this, like at least 50% of that gap up. So if we do our Fibonacci, our extension from right here to right here, let me actually make it from like the point where the market left, which was right here. You guys see that that's literally 50% Fibonacci where we have, that area right there. So we could see the market pulling back to 50% Fibonacci and they just keep buying to the upside. That can really give us the momentum to the downside with silver. But another thing that can happen with silver, this is another scenario, guys, because you have to have multiple scenarios in your mind. Does that make sense? We could see this creating a W structure. Not only coming and filling up this right here, but at the same time coming and creating more liquidity to go to the upside. And not only that, but later on, taking out all of the sellers up here. So we can kind of put like right here, we can put we can kind of put like sellers money. And why am I gonna put sellers money? Because the sellers were the ones who created this right here. So the market is definitely like, feels attracted to the money, you know? market attracted by this money. Right? So since we have the market attracted to this money, now we do want to see a buy to the upside. Does that make sense? So I do want to see a sell to the downside before a upside momentum. That would be silver though. So I will really chill on silver. I mean, this is a really good startup for anybody who's down. Like I will honestly put like have my entry on the support area because it can honestly like either leave, come down and leave from right here. Like do this real quick. Or you can automatically just go to the upside. Those are the two scenarios that I see with silver. So be careful, guys. I wouldn't, because at the same time, we could see a lot of more. Also, this is a daily zone. That's a magnet zone. Not only that, but that's consolidation right there because the market just been like doing that. So we could see a, like one more if the market fails to resist right there. So that's the next one. So this right here, we do have a gap. So like gap. And we also gonna do another training, guys. So these are two trainings we're gonna do. We're gonna focus one on Fibonacci and another one on just gaps and just like literally like a lot of more smart money concepts. So you guys can really understand what is it that I'm looking at when I see smart money. The other person you guys can really study is Mike Knapp. Like I'm gonna put it straight up. Mike Knapp is gonna support so for the gap zones is just like more of a manipulation zones. So those could really attract the market because one thing about gaps is that this is just money right here. This whole candle was just money pushed to the upside. So that was basically that was the market makers who made that happen. Does that make sense? So when the market makers make this happen, the market has a bigger probability of coming back to a retracement for a continuation to the upside. So the market's gonna come, wick this out, and then just go to the upside. I could see that happening, guys. Yep. I love Mike. Like Mike was actually one of my first favorite. Like it was actually when I first started IM, it was Mike Knapp and it was Anastasia. You know, there were two amazing traders for me. All right. The next one, we're gonna focus on GJ. So GJ finally gave us some areas to play with for the daily zones. So we have that daily zone right there, like after such a long time. But something I want you guys to take a look at GJ is that GJ actually broke under this. So since it broke, and I want you guys to see what it's doing. It's creating that ladder type of momentum. Does that make sense? So when you see a ladder, it's like kind of like ooh, 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 like and that's beautiful, clean market structure. Like we have that right there, but at the same time, we have this right here. So I want to focus on this right here. Next thing, we're going to go to the 4 hours. Now, since we're in the 4 hours, we could see multiple things happening. We could see the following scenario. We could see the market coming and fill the candle all the way up there, which will be super dope for the market to do. Like the market going all the way up there. That could be like kind of like a future target zone. Like we could see the market, and I don't want to really like, be like, oh, the market's gonna do that. But at the same time, you have to realize that the market literally just broke our structure right there, you know? So the next thing is like now, since we were here, we want to focus on the 4 hour zones. So the 4 hour zones that I like to look at is that one is one of them, just because simplified the market has visited that area a lot. And the next area is this one right here. Let me see. Because we want to play off with this. Okay. I like this right here. And that can actually, help us kind of fill up to go to the upside momentum. But that's with just GJ overall. So I'm gonna just copy that. I'm gonna just start putting that right there. That's a support. Resistance, my bad. Resistance. And now I want to move it to the support. Okay. We literally have like 10 minutes, guys. So I'm actually just gonna run through all these pairs. If you guys want to like, just watch me go through all of them and kind of, mark them up, seeing what I see in a faster pace. That's what I'm about to do. So you guys are about to see me in action, like how I actually mark up my pairs. So I like the support, I like the resistance right there. We actually, yeah, I think that's a good resistance because we could see the market break above it. We could see it come back. So we could see this essentially. Or we could just see this. So either one of those two scenarios will play really good. All right. So I like those two scenarios right there. We could see that movement back, but at the same time, we have all of this gap to fill up. So we have all the money right there to fill up. So I'm gonna just color it green and I'm gonna just say free money. I just put free money right there and put it right there, So that's another thing we could see. Bro, me I love. All right, but at the same time, we could see like a trend continuation to the upside right here as well. That could be a really good trend continuation. So that's why just put it there. There, right there, trend continuation. So we could see that happening as well. See, I don't like this right here. I'm gonna just make it like a line chart. Not even line. I like it like dotted lines. I don't really like dash. I'm gonna just leave it like that because I mean I kind of get the point already. So that's with GJ guys. So GJ we could see a lot of upper momentum with GJ, or we could see a break to structure to the downside. So who knows? Or BOS break of structure. Okay, now let's go to EJ. EJ is a bit different as well. I mean, it's like that forgotten, like the brother or the cousin. I don't know what is it of GJ, but it's just something. It's family with EJ. Let's just say that. Okay. All right. From here, I do want to go to the 4-hour. In the 4-hour, we could see. I like this right here as an area. The market can really come back to it and really gives us a really good upside momentum. Because I do want to focus on where the market is at. And the next area will be this one right here. Right there. So those are the two zones we could see the market like play from. Okay. So we could see those two areas right there. I mean, let me move to that 1 hour and let me fix those areas if I don't like. So I don't like that one. So I like this one better. Honestly, 1,000% is better. So we could see the support right there. Like we could see that resistance like flying all the way to the upside right there. Okay, so those are the two areas that we see with resistance. So let me just coordinate, copy, paste, support. See, let me just copy and paste. Copy, paste, right there. All right, but at the same time, we have to remember where we have that 3 a.m. open for London. Right here. So that's London open right there. Same time, we have this gap up there. Like this is all a gap, guys. Like this is crazy. Like all the money the market has behind. Bring money. So we'll see what the market does because we have that right there, but at the same time, we have all this money right here. We have all this liquidity. So I'm gonna just like really title that as well. Liquidity. So we'll see what the market plays, guys. We'll see where the market leaves from. That could be another thing, like the market can really just come, pick this up, and then just leave to the upside. Like there's a lot of scenarios the market could really play, but I do like that up there. Now let's go to the big boys. Let's go to Bitcoin and let's go to Ethereum because those two been playing super nice. Sheesh, look at that momentum. That's what you call momentum right there. All right. So let's start with the daily zones. We could see like a retracement of a 50% to the downside. Um, that's just Fibonacci extensions, guys. We could see this like the market flew from here. So the market flew from here to here. We could see a 50% return, and that's literally a daily zone right there. That's literally a whole daily zone right there. I don't know who else sees it, but I like that's amazing that like our 50% is literally like around a daily zone. Like I'm gonna just say that we could see that return to the downside. And if I do, I'd like that right there. So honestly, like because the market looks pretty good to go to the upside, but at the same time, it looks pretty good to go to the downside. So honestly, I will wait for that to get broken, and at the same time, wait for this. So I will wait for those two areas for me to really take sales on. Because we could see that following scenario happen. We could see this, like the market breaks through it, comes back, retests, and just go down. Like that's one big scenario that we can really see with Bitcoin. Let me just fix this up. And the areas that I do see like this big, like Bitcoin just going to, this is a good area right here. It has a lot of money. Yep. So I'm gonna just draw that London. So that's right there is London. London open right there. So we could see like maybe like sales during like the rest of we could possibly see the following scenario. Like the market is gonna go back and retest and touch back. So we could see this scenario playing out. So that's a break of structure. So I do want to see the break of structure happening. Break of structure, go back, retest, and go to the downside. Because that's money right there. So I do want to see the liquidity get picked up later on in time. No. Yep, and structure. That's what I do want to see. I see that as one of my liquidity areas, and I see this as another one. So do get ready for those areas, guys, because I mean the market can really do that real quick. I mean, those two are my zones right there. All right. So yeah, I do. I mean, honestly, if I am gonna take any sales with Bitcoin, which I most likely will, it will be during this right here. That will be like kind of like my support or like see. That's kind of like support because the market can really shoot to the upside as well. So I don't really want to or resistance. So I just want the market to give me like really, really clear structures for me to really take a sell or a buy. Because this can be really support, but at the same time it breaks down, creates a resistance, just keep breaking down. So I wouldn't really like be like, oh shit, my bad guys. Oh, I'm about to take this. No, I will really wait. I will just really wait for the market to give me the instructions. Last one is Ethereum, because Ethereum, I feel like it's just like silver and gold. So let's do this real quick. So with Ethereum, we do have this daily zone right here. We do have that daily zone right there with Ethereum. The next one, I just want to go to like the resist, like which will be this one right here. Beautiful areas, guys. All right, the next one, same thing with Ethereum. Like, I honestly just want to look at the 4 hour. So I do want to see a break, like maybe like literally the body of the wick, like not the wick, the body. Break below this, come retest this, and then just head to the downside. Because I do essentially do have money right here, which I see a lot of money right there. And then I see a lot of like area right here as well. So same with I don't know if you guys see that like how similar they are. So we could see this pull to the upside, and we could see this like kind of selling to the downside scenario. So because there's liquidity here, and then there's also liquidity under there. So I will wait for those two areas. Just copy and paste. So I'll be looking out for these pairs, guys. I will honestly be looking out for them to right here, 3 a.m. London open. London open. All right, guys. So that's how we are actually marking up the charts. So I do see those scenarios playing out. I will honestly hold on because I could see this as a resistance area right there. So like that could really be known as a rejection zone. Rejection zone. And then from there, we could really see like a lot of, let me just color it different color, white. Right there. We could see like that rejection zone happening. And then we could see the market just coming back, rejecting from it, and then we could see those sells to the downside. So I will wait. So once again, I'm gonna run down. I do see sales during London for gold, sales for silver. I could see more buys for GJ, buys to the upside, and then just a break to the downside. UJ, same thing. I could see some buys maybe because that's a really good resistance zone. I could see some big sales for Bitcoin, and I could see some big sales for Ethereum. Once again, guys, plug in with Carlos in the morning because he's actually live at 9 a.m. when we have New York open. But tonight, guys, as of right now, that's pretty much all we're doing. We've been here for about an hour now, so I'm super grateful for this call, guys. Um, so do me a favor, guys, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel to get more content like this one. That could really mean a lot to me. But yeah, just end this right here. What was I doing? Let me see. Oh, my bad, guys. I was just, wanting. Let me see.